Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to tear down the Vero engineering impulse. And to do that, we are going to use the Vero engineering fulcrum, which is the pry bar that goes with this. So let's just dig right into it. I also wanted to comment that in yesterday's video about this knife, the owner's name is Joseph Vero. He goes by Joseph, and I mentioned Joe in the video. So in talking to him today, he reminded me that it was Joseph. So sorry about that, Joseph. My mistake. So let's get this thing broken apart and see how it looks inside, if we can get it to come apart. Because that's always the question when I start to tear stuff apart here, as to how is it going to come apart, how's it going to work, and then we hope that it can go back together. Joseph said if I had any problems getting it back together, he'd take care of me. So I'm not too worried. Worst case, I may have to do a part 2 video to have it put back together. But we're not gonna hope for the worst yet. We're gonna plan for the best. I try to kind of keep things in somewhat order here. So this one wasn't wanting to come out earlier, so let's just see what's going on here. This particular guy, yeah, here we go. And I may not even need to take this one off. All right, so we'll put down the fulcrum. And let's get her opened up here. I see. So yeah, this one doesn't need to come off because it's just a standoff. So I'll try to tighten that one down just a little bit more. It can just, yeah. All right, so yeah, this is just a standoff in that one. This one is a standoff with a backspacer. And now we're getting into a mess in here because stuff is already falling apart and not lining up. So we got a washer and a bearing and another standoff there. Okay, that's a little, not sure on that one just yet. Let's flop that guy out. That's like the stop pin. So, okay, now I see what's going on. So that's a stop pin that just sandwiches between those two holes. Okay, now I got you, Joseph. Pull the blade out. It really doesn't look that dirty in here. Might be a little dry. I don't know. We'll see here in a second. Yeah, because there wasn't much on my paper towel over here. So we got cage bearings. It is a captive pivot, so that's good. That's why you don't need to screw on the back side. And I'm guessing there's another washer in there also. Yeah, okay. Let me just wipe these off over here off camera. And yeah, they're pretty dry, and I think that's the problem. It's much like earlier on I took apart my heater POW, and same thing, it was just dry. It wasn't dirty necessarily, it was just dry. So we're gonna put a little bit of lube on here. Get a drop on there, and oh boy, maybe a little much there. Spread it around. And give it a little more. I do have some other lube coming in. I just ordered some that will work a little bit better, has a little bit better nozzle applicator thing on it. So we'll just kind of work that in a little bit on this side. And Joseph did warn me that lining things up here was maybe a little tough. So I get what he's talking about now with that stop pin. But we shall attempt it here and see what we can do. Because yeah, that's got me a little nervous in lining up this stop pin here, which I'll wipe off over here off camera real quick. Other than this kind of floating stop pin, I think it all is pretty straightforward. But I can see getting this lined up might be a little bit tricky. So, we'll see. Worst case, I may have to stop the video and start it again, or splice two pieces of video together. I'm not sure. We're gonna just kind of see how this goes. If it wasn't for that stop pin deal, might be in pretty good shape. This standoff was going into this bottom one to work for the clip. And am I going to be lucky and it's just going to drop right in and line perfectly up? I don't know. I should have asked Joe what the trick was. Joseph, what the trick to that was. So I've got the pivot in there. I just am not sure if I've got the stop pin lined up properly or not. So let's see. Without cutting my finger off. You know, it seems like I got that pin aligned properly. So I'm going to throw in the pivot screw really quick to keep some stuff locked in place. I will come back later after the video and I will pull these fasteners out and put some Loctite. Don't think I am forgetting that. I kind of want to get it together, make sure it functions properly and all of that good stuff before I just make a mess with the Loctite. That's all. I mean, I will just do that off camera. So yeah, it looks like everything's lined up here. So let me get this guy in here, and then we'll have to play with the blade centering and whatnot, because I didn't even look at that yet. I just kind of want to get the parts and pieces together. But overall inside it looks really nice. It was not dirty per se. I mean, I did wipe off a few things, but for the most part, it was clean. It was just dry. So this guy is not really going in to the standoff. Yeah, he is. A little odd. But it's going in. Kind of. I do like the clip and how he has it. So not only is it a recessed pocket, but he went so far as to put a pin in it too. So it's even as if the pocket wasn't enough to keep it from rotating. There's also that pin that locks it in. I mean, I would have thought the keyway itself would have been sufficient, but kind of cool. You're pretty sure that it's not going anywhere with the keyway and the pin. It's probably going to be tight. Yeah, it's a little tight from the pivot. So we'll loosen that up just a hair and get this going back to how it was working, hopefully. It's still actually centered perfectly. That is very smooth. Much smoother than it was before. Sounds good. No blade play. Tiny bit of blade play there. Ever so slight on the pivot to tighten it up. Just ever so slightly to hopefully, there you go, get rid of that blade play. Always makes me nervous dropping them down, right? Because I don't know how fast or hard it's going to go, and I've been bit on my thumb several times. So centering is good, pivot's good. I just need to put a little Loctite on everything and make sure everything is good and tight, and away we go. So there you have it, guys. We did a great review of this the other day, and now you've seen what's inside with the caged bearings. Unique way of doing the stop pin, as far as I have seen on the ones I've taken apart and heard of. And a unique having the pin and the keyway for the pocket clip. So you know that even though it's one screw, it's never going to rotate this way because it's cut out in the titanium, and it also has a pin to make sure. So all in all, Joseph, great job. And again, let me just say thank you for loaning this in. It was a pleasure to have and carry for the last couple of days and to review. Kind of a very fun review to do, so thank you very much. I appreciate it, and thanks to you all for watching. And let me know what you think down below. I give this Impulse a big thumbs up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open for one on the secondary because they're sold out. Because I I think I need to have one of these in my collection. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and you all have a great day, and we will see you on the next one.